Mila, it's Erica. Hey, don't ignore me. You've got the invitation for the wedding, right? Please let me know when you get it. I don't know your new address, but I really wanted to invite you. I'm sure you resisted a change of address. I sent it to you at our parents' address, so it should arrive on time. You haven't come back home, so you got it, right?
It came, but why did you send it?
Because I want you to come to Todd's and my wedding, of course.
I'm the last person you should invite. Have you forgotten what you did? I don't want to attend the wedding of my younger sister who took my husband, and my ex-husband who shamelessly cheated on me.
Come on, don't be so resentful. Don't talk to me about took and cheated. It wasn't cheating, it's pure love.
Either way, I'm not gonna be there.
No, that won't do. You're like a behind-the-scenes star who mustn't miss the moment of the new beginning of her happiness.
I don't understand.
Even if you don't know what I mean, you should still come. Because you know, our wedding is costing a handsome $300,000.
What?
Was it $20,000 for yours? He's spending over 10 times more on me than he did on you. The difference in the amount of money clearly shows it, doesn't it? I'm really loved.
I didn't want to have a very fancy wedding, so he took that into consideration and came up with an amount of money. I thought it would be better to spend the money on the rest of our lives than on a wedding.
Wow, what a miser. I want to see your jealous face at a $300,000 wedding. So I guess you'll have to come, sis. Even if you reply to the invitation with a no-show, I'll make sure we have a seat for you. The wedding is costing $300,000, so the congratulatory gift should be worth at least $5,000.
I said I'm not going.
It is mandatory. I've gone to the trouble of inviting you, so please be jealous and frustrated on the day of the wedding. Miley, it's been a while. It's Morgan, Todd's younger sister.
Morgan? It's been a long time. It's been almost 7 months since then.
I'm very sorry about that, my stupid brother. He caused you so much trouble, Miley.
No, it's okay. My sister's also a very insane person. I'm sorry for that too.
By the way, you already got it, didn't you?
You mean their wedding invitation? Yeah, it came. My sister even politely sent me a text to confirm that I received it.
May I ask what you plan to do on the day of the wedding?
I'm going to pass. She said that it's mandatory that I attend, so they may have a seat for me whether I'm there or not, but...
I'm sorry to ask this, but would you mind attending?
What? Why?
Can't tell you now, but there's something I'd like you to see. I'll also have a bodyguard to keep my brother and Erica away from you.
So, you'll be there too, right? I heard that you're the only one in the family who sided with me during your divorce. And that's why you have been cast out of the family. Attending their wedding would be like jumping into the middle of the enemy territories. Are you sure?
My father told me that the groom's sister not attending is out of the question. Well, I got up the courage to turn it around to my advantage.
You're going that far to let me see something?
That's right. I'll tell you the whole story before the wedding day. Please come.
I understand. I'll be there. There's no way I can say no to you.
Great. Thanks so much. Well, look at this. You actually came. You're the loser who lost your husband. Don't you feel embarrassed or something?
You're the one who said I had to attend. If I didn't attend, Mom and Dad would never let me hear the end of it.
I don't care what the reason is. I'm happy as long as I can see my sister's jealous face.
Hey, I'd like to ask you something.
What is it?
Why did you steal Todd? I knew you were longing to marry into wealth, but you didn't have to steal your sister's husband just because he's a business owner. It would have taken a little time and effort to get Todd to feel that way. It's healthier and easier to find a boyfriend who's single, don't you think?
Well, of course it's because I couldn't let my sister marry into wealth before me.
Huh?
Mom and Dad say it's common sense that the prettiest girl gets married first. Todd's parents also said that I would have a better chance to giving birth to the heir to the company than my sister, who's now in her 30s. With the support of both sides of parents, I'm going to get a golden opportunity and marry Todd with pride. You're older than me and ugly, so you deserve to have your husband taken away.
What's that?
Attending the gorgeous $300,000 wedding knowing what you know now. Like a custom-made wedding dress and tiara. I'm gonna show just how much I love by Todd. I wonder if you cry with jealousy when you see me and him looking so happy. Maybe it'd have been better if you had just shut up and attended the wedding without asking any questions.
Maybe it's none of my business, but is it okay for an employed person to spend $300,000?
Huh? Who's unemployed? I don't get it. I mean, I don't have to work. After all, I am the celebrity wife of a company president. Well then, I have to get ready. So, I'll see you later. Good morning, Myra.
Good morning, Morgan.
I'll get right to it. I'm going to do it during the reception. After you've seen what's going on, take advantage of the chaos and leave the waiting hall. If you feel you're in danger, you can leave before then. You'll have a bodyguard, but I don't know what the insane bride and groom will do.
Got it. Morgan, be careful.
No way! Why? Todd? He's not the president anymore?
Todd's sister Morgan, an employee of his company, blows the whistle. The groom has been forced out of his position as president and is set to be terminated. It came to light that he was using his position as president to play lavishly with the company's money and name. Is what it was, right? The president fell into unemployment in an instant, didn't he?
What the hell? She's a president's sister, and she's accusing her own brother?
That's because it wasn't enough for him to cover his expenses for your dates. He was even trying to use company money to pay for the $300,000 wedding today. Wouldn't that be unbearable to watch as an employee? The amount of money he embezzled seems to be huge. It's not surprising there'll be talk of dismissing the president or firing him.
Huh? This is the first time I've heard that it was company money. The boss just used his own company's money for his own wedding, right? What's wrong with that?
Even the boss can just go and spend company money without permission.
Huh? Because it's Todd's company. So the company's money belongs to Todd, right?
No, it doesn't. Do you know what embezzlement is? What Todd did is a crime.
Huh?
He was held accountable for it. And he was forced out of his position as president.
You didn't have to say anything at the wedding. It ruined the beautiful ceremony. We spent $300,000 on a gorgeous ceremony. You mess it all up. You're unforgivable.
I don't think it's the time to be worrying about that right now.
What the hell? Sis, please tell me your address.
What?
I'm going to get a divorce and live with you. I don't need Todd if I can't be a boss's wife. And embezzling means he's a criminal. I don't want to be married to a man like that.
You stole him from someone and now you don't want him? You're way too selfish.
Because my in-laws, they don't have the wherewithal to raise the $300,000 for the wedding. So they want me to pay for it myself. Mom and Dad moved away so suddenly, I don't even know where they went. I have to rely on my sister now.
Why did you think I could help you?
What? Because you're my sister. As a sister, you're supposed to help me, right?
If we were sisters who never had any problems, it would be possible. Have you forgotten what you did to me? I always thought you were a little flaky, but I didn't think it was this bad.
I haven't forgotten, but I'm getting a divorce.
You can do whatever you want, but you're mistaken if you think you can rely on me.
Why not? So your cute little sister can go out on the streets?
She ain't cute.
What?
This is the last time I'm going on and on about this. I have never forgiven you for what you did to me and for your betrayal. I don't give a shit what happens to you guys in the future. You deserve what's coming to you. You're on your own.
Sis!
Even if you find out my address and come here, I will never help you. I won't help you no matter what.
Sis! Wait! That's terrible! I apologize! So forgive me!
Bye-bye forever.
Miley, it's been a while.
Morgan, I was worried because I hadn't heard from you at all since the wedding. I was afraid my family might do something to you.
Sorry to make you worry. Actually, I'm in England right now.
England? Oh, to get away from the chaotic family? That's a brave step.
There's a reason. The man I've been in a relationship with for a long time is British. I'm going to marry him and live here. Oh, of course I took the proper steps to sabotage before I left the country.
I see. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Is everything okay with you, Myra?
Yes, I'm fine. No problems. Neither Todd nor my sister seem to have time to look for me. But I see, living abroad. If I stay in America, there's a chance I might run into them somewhere.
Overseas are considering it?
Well, yes. Actually, I've just been asked by my company about an assignment to the Japanese branch. To be honest, I wasn't sure about it since I'll be there for the next 20 years while being offered a promotion. But after listening to your story, I'm wondering if that's a possibility. I'm starting to think it may be. I'm gonna try to think positively about it as a fresh start.
If there's anything I can do to help you, please feel free to contact me anytime. If it's okay coming to the UK, I'll do anything to help you to be happy.
Thank you. I wish you happiness too, Morgan. While my move to Japan was being finalized, first of all, my sister was not allowed to get a divorce. And she and Todd, along with my in-laws, had to return the money that had been embezzled. I heard that she was thrown into a strip club without discussion. She's now working every waking hour. Also, as for my parents, who I thought had successfully escaped, just after all the procedures were completed and I came to Japan, my parents had an accident at the place where they moved to, leaving them with disabling injuries. Due to this, a battle broke out between my parents, who wanted my sister to earn a living while taking care of them, vs. my in-laws, who didn't want to lose their breadwinner to pay off debts. It seems that an ugly fight with no end in sight is still going on. I am so glad that I left of the country.
Please help me, Mac. I'm in trouble. I can't stand it any longer.
Ivy, some emergency?
Yes, it's a huge emergency. I'm being bullied by your mother.
What?
The house is a mess and I'm having a hard time. I have to have food delivered or buy it at convenience stores.
Is that an emergency? Well, why don't you just clean up and put things away, or cook in the kitchen?
My mother-in-law won't do anything.
Huh?
Ever since you left, she seems to have lost motivation and won't do the housework. Just because the dearly loved eldest son left and was replaced by the second son and his wife? Don't you think it's cruel to take it out on the son's wife when the mother-in-law is the one who doesn't want to do the housework? I can't stand the thought of living like this for the rest of my life. I have to do something about it right now. So, it's an emergency.
Ivy, wait a minute. Don't tell me you are gonna make my mother, who has a limp, do all the housework.
What?
You wanted to move in with her in the first place. But you didn't like the idea of living with me. You're a married brother-in-law, right?
Well, it's a little strange for a 30-year-old adult to stay at home forever, isn't it? You must feel guilty about clinging to your parents' house so long, right?
Well, I agree that you have a point. I left the home on the condition that you would take care of the housework and Mom.
Huh? Wait a minute. Didn't your mother do all the housework up to now?
Mom wasn't totally mobile, so she did as much as she could, but the main housework was done by me. My sister's married and lives far away, and Sam has a job that requires him to travel a lot. I stayed at home to take care of Mom. I explained it to you when we talked about you moving in. Didn't you listen?
If that's the case, then Mac, you can come back to your parents' house, okay? If you do the housework, I'll make a special exception and let you stay with us. Isn't that a good deal for you too?
What? Why all of a sudden?
Because you're unemployed and have no income. No matter how good you are at housework, it's hard to live alone, isn't it?
What? I'm working.
What? I heard that you have been living at home since you graduated from high school. I know because when I came over during the day, you were home on the weekday. And there were times when you were sleeping like a baby. You live on your late father's inheritance, don't you?
I worked for a company that has night shifts. So sometimes I'm home during the day, depend on the day, that's all. And you say that's inheritance, but there's not much left.
What? But your father was a big man at the company, right? Didn't he save a lot of money?
After he got very sick, he was in and out of the hospital a lot, so he had a lot of expenses. That's why I started working instead of going to college.
Oh, I see. I understand. So, when are you coming back to your parents' house?
What are you talking about? I'm not going back.
What? Why? Does it mean I have to do the housework then?
That's what you promised from the beginning.
That was just a figure of speech.
Ivy, that's enough. I understand.
So, you'll come back then?
I'll take Mother in.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I rented a handicap-accessible apartment for when Mom comes to visit. It's an apartment, but there's an elevator, so even with her limp, she will have no problem.
Wait a minute.
It's a good thing I rented a big place.
But I'll have to talk to Sam first. Don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Sam wouldn't be okay with you taking your mother in on such short notice, right? So let's calm down and talk about it later, okay?
I already talked to Sam.
Even though he's on a business trip?
He's probably checked into his hotel by now, so I sent him a screen cap of this text message, and he said yes on the spot.
What are you doing?
Also, I contacted my mom.
What?
Ivy, I heard that you have been complaining a lot about the fact that my mother doesn't do much housework. Even though you knew about her limp, you told her to stop making excuses and stop slacking off. She says she was doing her best, but she couldn't take it anymore. You said you couldn't stand it when my mom bullied you, but it was you who bullied her. You really are awful.
Mac, please don't just believe your mother's stories.
Mom recorded your outburst.
Huh?
I had to listen to it over the phone. You've got a great screeching voice. I got an earache just listening to it for a minute. Okay, I'm taking Mom with me.
What? What do you mean you're taking her?
I'm glad you didn't notice my mom leaving.
Huh? What?
While we're texting, I told her to hurry up and get everything she needs. She left from the kitchen door, and I picked her up in a taxi.
You're not lying. She's gone. What are you thinking? I have no one to do the housework.
Mom is not a housekeeper. If you want the housework done, do it yourself. Ivy, I'm gonna ask you to get out of there soon.
Huh? Why do we have to leave when we have a house to live in? If your mom wants to leave, fine be it. Sam and I will live here, just the two of us.
The house is rented in my name, so you can't live there unless I renew the lease.
What? You don't own the house?
I explained that too, but you didn't listen. I have less than 6 months until the next renewal. You'd better be ready to move out by then. Well then, I'll see you later. I reported all this to Sam, who's Ivy's husband and my brother. Sam was fed up with Ivy's selfish attempts to stay in the rented house, which had been his parents' former home. Sam quickly rented an apartment near mine, started living separately from Ivy. He managed to finalize the divorce before lease expired. After all, Ivy just wanted to get a house and housekeeper for free and make her life easier. Well, she failed spectacularly. After that, she went back to her parents' house, but her parents, who heard about her story from Sam, made her live in an apartment right in front of their house without any support. And, with supervision, they're in the process of straightening her out.
Come home from the hospital right now. Your morning sickness should be long gone. What, are you lazy? I'm not just gonna sit here and let you be hospitalized for a temporary illness. I'm sorry, Kay. I'm afraid I can't yet. Your disease is laziness. You can't even fulfill your duties as a wife. That's a big no-no. Get out of the hospital as soon as possible and do what you have to do. You're a useless wife. Don't you dare cross me. I'm sorry, I can't. It's so hard to get up. If you weren't pregnant, I'd kick you out right now. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I want you out of my house as soon as you have the baby. Please, don't talk to me like that. You're usually so nice to me. What's wrong with you? It's as if you've changed. I'm only nice to you because of my son and my husband. The truth is, I hate you. Just talking to you irritates me. What? How can I like a woman who grew up in an institution without parents? There's no way I could like you. Is that how you felt? I wish I never brought you into my home. I regret it so much. I'm sorry, I didn't realize how much you hated me. I'll do my best to make you like me. That's not going to happen even if you get down and beg. I don't want to see your face or hear your voice. It pains me to look at the words you type in the message. It irritates me more when you do irrelevant things, so don't waste your time trying to make me like you. But I don't want it to stay like this. What should I do? After you have the child, leave our house immediately. What? The hospital fees are a waste of money. I feel like I want you to go away. I wonder if there's a way. I don't know how to answer that. Go back to your parents' house. Oh, that's right. Sorry. You were abandoned by your parents and raised in an institution, weren't you? The fact that you're a woman who grew up in an institution is already offensive. So I usually try not to remember that. If you don't have a home to go back to, then have the institution take care of you for a while. That's not possible. The facility has a rule that you have to leave when you turn 18. They won't take care of you after that. Even though nobody knows where you came from, you've managed to worm your way into not just my son's life, but also my husband's. You're a cunning woman, aren't you? I didn't know you hated me so much. If you prolong your stay in the hospital because you can't go back to the facility, I'll take your baby away and kick you out of the house. You wouldn't go that far, would you? I'm serious. You vile, abandoned child can go live on the street. You're so wrong if you think you can be part of a normal family. Well, excuse me, I've been called in for a test. You don't have to do the test. Refuse that useless thing. It's a waste of money. That's not how it works. You money-grubbing, lazy wife. I'm gonna make you pay when you get out of the hospital. My name is Angel. I am 28 years old. I live with my husband, who is 7 years older than me, and my husband's parents, who are 62. I'm currently 5 months pregnant, and we just found out the gender is a girl. We are all looking forward to the birth of the baby. My parents abandoned me when I was a baby. I grew up in an orphanage. I have never known a family in my life. As soon as I got married, I was blessed with a family, and I was so happy. I feel as though my in-laws are my real parents. My father-in-law enjoys traveling and always buys me chocolate as a souvenir. When I go shopping with him, he is a very kind person who helps me with my bags. My mother-in-law is a strict disciplinarian. I am puzzled by the unexpected message because she is usually very kind to me. I'm pregnant, so I'm pretty tired. I thought it was part of the pregnancy that I was having so much pain, but the symptoms became stronger day by day and I started to lose my appetite. I went to see a doctor and was admitted to the hospital. The doctor in charge told me that there was something that worried him a little, so I am currently undergoing various tests. I hope nothing is wrong. To be honest, I am extremely anxious. got a bad feeling, and my world has been swallowed up. I can't believe that the doctor in charge called even me in. Cancer was found during your pregnancy? You are so useless. You can't even take care of your health. Yes, I'm sorry. When the doctor asked me to choose between mom or the baby, I said without hesitation the baby. What? What, are you confused? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? I don't care about you. Just give me a grandchild. My husband and son feel the same way too. I can't believe the doctor would say that. He said we'd work together so I could see my daughter's face. Was he lying? There's nothing they can do. The doctor couldn't tell you either. So if you ask, they'll just cover it up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to deliver this baby safely. You and my father-in-law are still at the hospital, right? Let me check with my husband and father-in-law. The three of you heard what the doctor said, right? What? Are you doubting me? It's an indisputable fact. I'm already home, and my son and husband are so nice. They said they couldn't tell you directly, so I had no choice. I'm the one who told you. I'm the bad guy here, instead of the nice guys. Do you understand? I'm doing it for you, and it pisses me off that you suspect me. Oh, I see. Well, you can ask my son. He won't tell you the truth out of concern for you. That's true, he is a kind man. I'll be able to raise this baby, won't I? I'm a little too shocked. My head is all messed up. Just giving birth is going to be difficult, so forget about raising the baby. Oh yes, where is your life insurance policy? In the safe? Why? I will need it after you move on. You're going to the other side after you have the baby anyway. Is it that bad? The doctor told me that you have a few more months if you don't get treatment. A few months? He said you won't last long even if you get treatment. Anyway, I don't want anything to happen to the baby. Please, don't get the treatment. It would be really serious if the medicine causes a handicapped child. And if you say that you don't want to have the baby anymore, I'll hate you for the rest of your life. You can't be so cruel as to let yourself be the only one to survive, can you? Of course not. I would give my life to have this baby. Yes, good. That's what you should do. I will keep the baby in my belly without treatment. Good. Well said. Refuse treatment at all costs. That's what a mother should do. Got it. I'm so relieved to hear you say that. I am the only one who can protect my baby. Anyway, for now, I'll do my best to give birth to a healthy baby. However, if you don't have a healthy baby, I'll give the child away just like you were given away by your parents. We don't need a handicapped child in our home. It's a precious life. Please, don't do that. Any child is our precious daughter. Even the echo results didn't show anything wrong with the child. I'm sure she'll be fine. You don't know that until the baby is born. And if she looks like you, I'll throw her away deep in the mountains right on the spot. She's your grandchild. You wouldn't do that, would you? I'm looking forward to it. When you go to heaven, I'll have some money. I can mock a daughter who looks like you. Kids won't argue like you do, and it will be fun to tease her. Please, don't ever do that. No matter how much you hate me, please don't touch my baby. Then you'll suffer and survive. You will protect your child from me. Well, I know that's not going to happen. At best, watch your daughter get mocked from the other side. No matter what happens, I will protect her from you. You've got a lot of bravado, don't you? You can barely get up now. I wonder what's going to happen to you from here on out. I hear your illness is going to be very painful and agonizing. It is? My condolences. It would be easier if you went out quickly, wouldn't it? What a thing to say to someone who's trying so hard to live. You're a horrible person. I can't die and leave her here. No matter how hard you try, you don't have much time left. Do your best to struggle and resist all you want. Be responsible and give birth to my plaything. I was having a great time shopping and then I get a call that things have taken a turn for the worst. So, is it about that time?
Anyway, you need to come to the hospital as soon as possible.
So, this is the end. I'll have the insurance policy on standby. I can't wait to see how much I get.
What?
I'm going to say this one last time. I don't care about you. Just make sure you give birth to my grandchild. If you're going to go, do your duty as a daughter-in-law first, and watch your daughter being mocked from the afterlife.
What a thing to say. My wife is gone.
What nonsense are you talking about? Are you trying to make fun of me?
Angel passed away just a few minutes ago.
Huh?
This is Joey. Mom, I'm incredibly shocked. You would say such horrible things to Angel. I can't accept this kind of thing even as a joke.
Why are you using Angel's phone?
I just happened to be looking at her phone when she got a message from you. I replied without thinking about it.
Oh, it was a misunderstanding. I kind of misspoke.
I've got all the message history that you sent to her. What the hell is this? You acted so nice in front of me. I hate you for being so abusive. She was trying so hard and you're telling her to hurry up and go to the other side. Don't you have a soul, Mom? I can't believe all the things you said about my daughter, like abandoning her or picking on her.
Just listen to me for a second.
I don't want to hear your crap. Angel, she couldn't even tell me. And yet, I didn't see what was going on. I'm worthless.
I wanted her to be a good wife. I was just trying to be hard on her for her sake.
It doesn't sound like it, does it? You are horrible. I can't believe you said all those heartless things. It must have been sad and heartbreaking for Angel. If it wasn't hard enough with the pregnancy and cancer treatment, she had to endure verbal abuse from you.
It's her fault for not being strong enough. It's terrible to call it abuse. I was just a little too harsh.
Just a little too harsh? How can you be so complacent after hurting Angel like this? You're not a person. You're like a demon or a devil.
You don't have to go that far.
You've got to be kidding me. Saying Dad and I chose the baby over Angel? You even lied to her.
Well, I was testing her to see if she could fulfill her responsibilities as a mother.
There's no use in trying to deceive me. I've always wondered. Me and Dad both thought that she could have a child after she got better. Angel's body was the most important thing, so we wanted her to get her treatment as soon as possible. But Angel refused. I can't believe it was because of you.
But Angel was the one who finally decided not to have the treatment. I was just offering a little advice.
I think you made her say that.
Don't blame me alone.
Of course, I'm responsible for not noticing, but it was just so painful and hard. It's not a person's place to push her into a corner.
Oh dear, why should I be the one to get yelled at? If she drew her last breath, then so did the baby in her belly. I'm sorry, but it can't be helped.
Aren't you sad? You lost both Angel and your granddaughter.
When I say I'm sorry, I mean I'm sorry. And I'll get the life insurance. If you marry a young lady from a good family, we'll have grandchildren with good bloodlines. That's better. Besides, a woman from nowhere like that is not worthy to be a part of our family. It's better for us that she's gone, because a granddaughter from an orphan would have been pain in the ass.
I'll never forgive you. Angel protected her baby until the very end. She even refused painkillers. She didn't want the medications to affect the baby. That's what you made her do. I don't know how much pain she went through.
But if this is the result, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to the hospital. I'll get ready to get the life insurance.
That's enough. As for Angel, who was hopeful that she might be cured, you're the one who put a deadline on her life, Mom. If it weren't for that, she might have been cured.
She needed to be told. I thought it would be better for her to know so she could get her things in order before she leaves. You need to prepare yourself, right?
You've got to be kidding me. And you're offering condolences to a living person? You're saying she should go to heaven as soon as possible? No matter how hard it was, she endured it without a single complaint. I despise you for saying such things to her.
There's no need to be so angry.
I'll give you one chance. Come to the hospital right now and apologize. Get down on your knees and apologize for all the mistakes you've made.
No. I'm not listening to you anymore. You said she drew her last breath. So you want me to apologize to a ghost?
If you can't do that, you get out of my house.
What, this? Out of the blue? You don't have the gall to talk to your mother like that, do you?
This is Thomas, your husband.
You're at the hospital too?
Of course I am. Our precious angel had a sudden relapse. It's normal to rush over immediately. I've seen all the messages you've been sending along with Joey's. She'd been struggling since she was a little girl, and all you did was hurl trash at her. I will never forgive you in a million years.
So I told Joey it was just an education. It's her fault for not being a good wife.
You've got to be kidding me. Angel took care of me like I was her real father. She always called me Dad, Dad. I can't believe I won't be able to hear her voice anymore. I'm so sad, I feel like I'm going to lose control.
You have me. I'm sure it wouldn't make you happy to have that abandoned child call you her dad.
There's nothing more I can say to you. Since you are out shopping, just don't come back. If I find you at home, I'll toss you out on your butt.
Don't be so angry. I was out of line. When the next daughter-in-law comes, I won't mock her.
Oh, so you were mocking her after all.
Uh-oh.
I'm divorcing you. Don't ever come home again.
What are you talking about? We're over 60 years old and you're divorcing me now? You're joking, right?
I'm serious. If you refuse, I'll mediate or take you to court.
Don't be so hasty. If you divorce me, I'll be alone. How will I live by myself from now on?
You need to be taught a lesson. I know every family has wife and mother-in-law problems, but yours has gone too far. You sent Angel to her death when she could have survived with proper medical treatment.
Don't say that. I didn't do anything wrong. It's because she took my precious son away from me. Joey was all over me until he married Angel. How can I let her do that? A wife is not family. To me, she is my enemy who took away my precious son.
Mom, please, stop being a child.
Huh? Joey?
Mom, there's nothing more important than a human life. If I'm so important to you, then you know how much Angel cherished the child in her belly. You knew that, didn't you? I can't believe you used that as an excuse.
I'm sorry about that. I made a little mistake. We all make mistakes, don't we?
Don't brush it off like that. If she had been treated earlier, she might have survived. There is so much to regret.
I really am sorry, so tell your father to forget about the divorce.
Nope. I'm for the divorce too. Get out now. Get out of our lives forever.
Hey, wait! Don't say such horrible things to your mother. My parents are gone and I'll be living on the streets if I leave the house. Ah, that's right. Give me half of Angel's life insurance. Of course, I'm entitled to it, right?
I'm the beneficiary of the life insurance. I'm not giving you a single penny.
What? I thought I was going to get that money. Fine, I'll go back to the house and get the life insurance policy before you guys do.
Don't be stupid. That's not going to put any money in your hands. I'll drag you out if I have to. So be prepared. You're going to spend the rest of your life making amends for what you did to Angel. For the rest of your life, you will live in misery with your sins on your shoulders. Do you understand?
I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Please, don't say that. I won't ever do it again, I swear.
You couldn't do it, even if you wanted to. Angel is no longer in this world. If you want forgiveness, bring Angel back to life.
That's impossible. Oh God, I don't know what to do. I'm really sorry. Please, don't send me away.
Forget it. I don't have a mom. No more talking. After that, my father came home from the hospital first, got the insurance policy, and tossed my mother out of the house. The mediated divorce was finalized. When we tried to divide the assets, it seems my mother must have been relying on Angel's life insurance money. Father's savings had been almost completely used up, so my mother was forced to pay back the money she wasted as a debt. From now on, my father and I will protect the precious life that Angel left to us. I forgot to tell you that Angel gave birth to her baby safely, and after seeing the baby's face, she passed away. Angel was in agony until she lost consciousness. She kept repeating, "Protector, protector, protector." My father and I were afraid that my mother would do something to the baby. We kept the birth of the child a secret. Angel, has the pain gone? Are you okay now? To be honest, I wanted to put Angel's life first. That's why I tried to convince her over and over again when she refused the treatment. I never thought she would part so soon. I'm sorry. I was so close to you, but I couldn't see how you felt. What a pathetic man I am. I hate myself. I'm the one who should be punished. Instead of making it up to Angel, I will take good care of the life you left for me and raise it, so rest assured. Good night. If there is a next life, I promise to find you. I promise to make you happy this time.
You'll have to take care of my 4 kids for Christmas. Jasmine, that's impossible. I can't. Please, we've been invited to a wedding and it's far. Think of it as helping your brother. Take them. Even so, couldn't you have asked earlier? Christmas is tomorrow. I thought I told you, but I guess I forgot. It happens all the time, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It's insane asking me on such short notice. I don't care if it's another day or something else, but to ask me to take care of 4 kids on Christmas? Do you not care about my plans? Are you blaming only me? Isn't it your brother to blame too? Yes, he is. I'm starting to get angry at my brother too. Well, that's that then. If it's a wedding, why don't you bring the kids? If I bring 4 kids, it would disturb the other guests. You don't have a problem with disturbing me? What? You think it's disturbing to take care of your nieces and nephews? What a cold person! Wow, what a disappointment! For an in-law, I can't believe that someone like you has become a family member. I have plans too. We're supposed to have a party with friends and get together for the first time in a while. You can do that anytime. A wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's completely different. It's up to each person what's important to them. I need you to take care of them. My parents are too far away and your parents are useless. What's with that remark? Anyway, take care of it. Oh, and don't mention it to Henry, okay? My brother is going to the wedding too, right? I can't seem to get through to you, so I'll talk directly to him. It'll be his last trip, and I feel sorry for him. What? He has terminal cancer. They say he only has a few months to live. That's a lie. He told me not to tell anyone. If he finds out I told you, he'll be pissed at me. You have to be quiet about it. Don't tell him I told you. Unbelievable. There's nothing you can do to help him now. He wants to live a normal life to the end. That's what he wants. Then I'll check with him. I said no. Because you might be lying. Why are you so insensitive? Can you ask a sick person if he's sick? Yep, I'll just ask him. Don't do it! You will regret it! What kind of threat is that? Henry, you can't just leave your 4 kids with me and go on a trip. I had plans for Christmas too. What? The kids are at home with their mother. What are you talking about? She called me a few hours ago and asked me to take the kids. When I refused, she left them on my doorstep an hour later. Really? I answered the intercom and there were 4 kids standing there. Incredible. What is she thinking? It was a friend's wedding, right? You two were invited and she asked if I could take care of the kids while you were there. I don't know anything about that. I knew it was a lie. Are you sick? What are you talking about? So, that's a lie too. She said you're terminally ill and won't survive, and she wanted to let you spend the rest of your time normally. What the hell? Your youngest son is crying. He said she brought them to my house without explaining anything. I have a small one-room apartment, and I don't know what I can do before the neighbors complain. I'm in Florida. Working? Yes, I was supposed to leave tomorrow. Jasmine said she was going back to her parents' house with the kids, so I thought everything was all right. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. But can't you take care of them just one night? Then I don't have a choice. But how can I stop him from crying? Baby got back. What? Sing the rap song Baby Got Back and shake your butt. He'll stop crying. That's a bit embarrassing. Don't be too sexy, okay? I know. He's my adorable nephew. I would never do that. I'm sorry, but you'll get through this somehow. I won't be able to get a plane tonight. I have no choice but to take care of him. But isn't your wife a little too insane? Leaving 4 kids behind without any regards to me? And she even lied to me about you being sick. You're right. I'll call her. Please do so. It looks like they're hungry. I'm going to take them to a nearby restaurant. No allergies or anything? They're fine, thanks. This is gonna cost you. I know. I'll be back first thing in the morning. Thanks again. Jasmine! Don't keep calling me! What a nuisance! Can't I say anything about you leaving your kids here without permission? I just moved my plans up from tomorrow. I didn't agree. Your oldest son has a fever. What should I do? Take him to the doctor. What? Why are you acting like it's someone else's problem? It's your kid, right? Aren't you worried at all? Worrying won't bring down the fever. I'm not there, so you'll have to do something about it. I don't even have their insurance info. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I didn't think they'd get a fever. The other 3 are asleep, and I can't just leave them here. What should I do? I guess you finally understand how I feel. Huh? Being a mother is hard, isn't it? Yes, it is. So what? I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to help out. Is this the time to be talking like that? Your own child is suffering from a fever. That's why I'm telling you to do something about it. You're responsible for him. Where are you? At a wedding in New York? My brother said he didn't know anything about the wedding. What? You told him? Of course I did. And by the way, you lied about him having terminal cancer. Why would you lie about that? Oh, I've had it. I'm not going back. What are you talking about? You can keep the children. You can just raise them yourself. Are you crazy? It's not easy to give birth to 4 kids. Your brother's blood is in them, so they're your blood. And you get them for free, so it's a good deal. I can't talk to you. I'm getting a headache. My husband would get mad at me if I went home anyway. I don't like being yelled at. Tell Henry I'm divorcing him. I'm not coming home ever again. You should talk it over as husband and a wife. I don't want to. I shudder at the thought of him lecturing me. You're no better than a child. Even a little kid can say sorry when he does something wrong. You're so irritating. I'm glad to be rid of you too. Everyone is always lecturing me all high and mighty, and it's getting on my nerves. Everyone in your family is so angry all the time. It doesn't matter about me, but please think about your children. There's a child here who cries mommy because she's lonely. Don't you care at all? Not at all. Then why did you have 4? Because my husband wanted them. I didn't want kids. They're noisy, they're hard to take care of, they're messy, they spill food, and I have to take care of diapers and stuff. That's enough. It brings tears to my eyes to think that someone like you is those poor kids' mother. Oh, are you starting to love them? You'll be a good mom. I will never forget this anger. And I will never let you live a happy life. Are you an idiot? I have unloaded my heavy, big, obtrusive baggage, so how could I not be happy? What's obtrusive is you. Whatever you say, you can take care of the rest. Tell your brother to contact me ASAP. Huh? The bank account has been closed. Of course it's closed. If it were in your name, that would be one thing. But it's in my brother's name, isn't it? You left home without the kids. Why did you think you could just spend the money? Because we are still married. It's only on paper. You are no longer his wife or the mother of his children. Damn it! I was gonna withdraw the last of it just now. It's not that easy, is it? You're the one who put him up to this. Me? Or should I say my mother? Your mother? My mother. She's a lawyer. When I talked to her about your behavior, she said that as the grandmother of those children, she couldn't let you off the hook. And she came all the way from her hometown to visit. She gave me a lot of advice. I didn't know Henry's mother was a lawyer. But it doesn't matter. If we get divorced, we can still divide the assets. That's right. Even a guilty spouse can claim one half. That's what I don't get. Then hurry up and send the money. Where are you now? I told you, New York. That's wrong. According to your location information, you are in Las Vegas. Did you put a GSP device on me? No, you put a location sharing app on your son's phone. Uh-oh. You're right. He's very smart at 8 years old. He knows how to use the app and told me Mom's in Las Vegas. This is... Oh, it's too late to delete the app now. Why not? My mom has located you and put the detective on you these last 3 days. And of course, my brother's been watching with us. Oh, no way! Since the house is rented, only half of the $20,000 in cash can be divided. But I understand you've already taken $10,000 out of it. It's something I have the right to spend. That's the end of the property division. My brother said this is a severance pay, so please feel free to spend it. But from our side, we are demanding $20,000 in alimony and child support for the 4 children. I don't think I have to ask, but are you going to be okay? What child support? Why would a woman pay it? It's the other way around, isn't it? It's supposed to be paid by the man to the woman. It's just that mothers generally take custody of the children. It's not a rule that only the father pays. It's child support, so the one who takes care of the child has the right to receive it. Really? You're so ignorant and stupid. That's rude. Is that so? I haven't said enough. I'm not paying you. I don't care. We'll go through mediation and we'll be thorough until it's notarized. If that happens, we'll be able to garnish your future income. Oh yeah? I won't work. Are you planning to live comfortably with a man to support you? I'll tell you since you've already found out. I'm with a successful real estate agent in Las Vegas, so I don't have to worry about making a living. I'm not like you guys who are just a poor family trying to make a big deal out of your alimony. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm sorry you're so unaware of what's going on, but it's about to hit rock bottom for you. What? The detective looked into the guy too. He's not in real estate. He's just a gambler. What? I'm sure he's saying his business is doing a little poorly anyway. Well, you know, in business, there are times when things are down. Even if there were, it's natural to be suspicious of a man who relies on a woman. You didn't sense anything, did you? It is because you have no sense? Or is it because you are so similar that you didn't notice? Because when you're in trouble, you help each other. That guy will be in trouble for the rest of his life. That's a lie. He gave me his business card. He wears a nice watch and a suit. He even owns a condo. Scammers lend and borrow from each other. I know it's tough to get a condo, but he just says it's his, and I'm sure he borrowed the watch and the clothes. Prove it! You can check it out for yourself. If a detective checked it out, he'd have some proof. You could try following him. He's not leaving early every morning to go to work. He's just going to hit the casino first thing in the morning. He doesn't seem to be taking the long way around or trying to hide it, so you don't have to be a professional detective to follow him. It can't be true! How could you be deceived by a stupid man and throw away your precious treasure? He's really pathetic and dumb. I'm calling off the divorce! Do you think my brother would accept a piece of shit like you? I know the children want their mother. The youngest one doesn't know any better, so sure he said mama, mama, but not the older three. What? They say you get angry at them every day and are only nice to them when daddy is around. They said they don't like mommy. Even the youngest one doesn't call for mom anymore. He plays a lot with me and my mother and laughs a lot. My mother said she can take all four home and raise them. My brother seemed to think that's a good plan, so you are no longer needed. Who do you think you are? Who do you think gave birth to them? If all you have to do is give birth, even animals can do that. It's our duty as parents to make sure they have a smile on their faces. Don't lecture me, you single, childless woman! That's coming from a woman who didn't care about her own child who had a fever and hasn't even asked if he was all right or not. They say no news is good news. That's why I thought he was fine. I called an ambulance after that. I woke up 3 younger ones and spent an anxious night in a hospital waiting room in the middle of the night. Oh, really? He was on the verge of pneumonia. He was in critical condition. I feel so bad for him. It was Christmas. It's your fault. Here it comes. I wouldn't have let him get so bad. I'm going to file for compensation. You're trying to get money somehow. But it's no use. If I had to pay, I'd pay my brother. I just sent a message to my boyfriend and asked him if he was really in real estate. What did he say? I can't get in touch with him. His phone's off. The message isn't read. Oh, he found out, so he'll probably move on to his next spray. You should have just kept playing dumb and not checked. You screwed yourself up, didn't you? Oh, no! So, you're all alone in Las Vegas. You have no home to go back to, and you're in trouble. Lend me some money! You took out $10,000, didn't you? Is it gone? He said he didn't have enough to pay some business expenses, so I lent it to him. He He told me to bring it to him in person because bank transfers aren't a good idea, so I came to Las Vegas. Avoiding wire transfers is obviously for tax evasion. It's only a matter of time before he gets caught, but you won't get your money back. Why not? Because there must be a lot of victims like you. If he could afford to pay them all back, he wouldn't be scamming people. What should I do then? Go to hell. Even if you suddenly decide you miss your children, you won't be allowed to see them. You are a mother after all, and one day you will want to see them. But you won't be able to. I will do everything in my power to stop you. We'll raise those 4 children together as a family. But you want me to pay child support? Of course. Is there such a thing? Yes, there is. You're a party to this. Help me out! I was just playing with fire! Didn't your parents always tell you playing with fire is dangerous? Shut up! You'll be cheated again by some lowlife anyway. And you'll spend the rest of your life alone and poor. If I hear that you're happy, my brother and I will quietly screw it up. I will never forgive you. If you try to force us to do anything, we'll call on an excellent lawyer who my mother knows and will deal with you severely. So, please don't dream of being happy. I'll watch you for the rest of my life and will never forgive you. You're being unreasonable. I hope one day you will realize just how much you're screwed up. But I doubt it. You don't even have an ounce of common sense. You son of a... Well, goodbye. Wait! I want to see my children! The thought of never seeing them again makes me miss them! Disappear! Jasmine kept ignoring the lawyer's calls. She did not attend mediation, so the divorce was finalized in court. The court also decided on child support, so she won't get out of that. She gave in and is now working at a fast food restaurant during the day and a street bar at night. She pays alimony and child support diligently. Even if she realizes what she lost, it's too late. Strangely enough, when she almost gets a boyfriend, she says that a man leaves her in a matter of days. My brother has returned to his parents' house with his children and is working with my mother to raise them. I also return to my parents' house on weekends to watch my nieces and nephews grow up.
Get out of this house. I won't let you set foot in my house. You have to live on the street.
Miley? What do you mean?
That condo you and your husband Kyle lived in, it's mine now.
What? I haven't heard anything from my husband.
Did he forget to tell you? He's so forgetful.
Is it possible to forget to mention something as important as that? He didn't say anything this morning. Besides, it's impossible for me to suddenly give it up to you.
Wow, it's mine now. You guys don't even talk to each other anymore. That's sad. I'm sorry for you guys.
That's not true, but why?
Our house was falling apart, so we put it on the market last month and found a buyer right away. With the money, I got Kyle to give me a condo. And...
You just built it 5 years ago, right?
Shut up and listen.
I'm sorry, I was in a bit of a hurry. What happened to your house?
It wasn't structurally good anymore. I can live in a house like that?
That must have been tough. But why didn't you tell me?
You don't explain to people who leave.
What?
From now on, Kyle and I are going to live together. You don't have a place to stay anymore. Why don't you find a homeless shelter to stay at? That would suit you better.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I got interrupted by you earlier. Kyle asked me to kick you out because he wants to break out with you. So, I did what my little brother asked me to do.
What? He wants to break up? Did he really say that? Kylie didn't say it himself, but asked his sister to do it?
That's right. Otherwise, I would have sent you a text.
Suddenly? Why? He didn't act like that.
People never say things like that when they made up their minds.
I can't believe it. Did he say why he wanted to break up with me?
Oh, no. You didn't notice? You have a very big forehead. Your legs are thick. And your ears stand up like an alien. If I had been born with your face, I would be in despair. How could you have lived so long without noticing?
That's a terrible thing to say. I mean, that has nothing to do with it, does it?
It's a big deal. I mean, this is the main reason. Kyle is so handsome. But if he has kids with you, they would be ugly like you.
I do have a big forehead, but I don't think it's as bad as you say. I'm not beautiful, but I'm not hopeless.
It's funny that you don't know yourself at all. My family has a lineage of beautiful girls, and you're trying to destroy it. You should be aware of that. What are you going to do when a child is born that looks like an alien because of you?
Am I that bad?
It's so bad that I have to cover my eyes. I feel sick just thinking about it.
That's so mean.
If you can even tell how ugly your own face is, maybe you should go see an optometrist.
I'm so shocked.
I don't care how you feel. So, you should go and stay somewhere.
Let me check with my husband. I can make such a decision just from a text from you.
Oh, are you doubting me? I'm telling you, it's no use.
Please give me a moment. I think he's at lunch now, so I'll call him.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh? I can't get Kyle on the phone. Why?
Maybe you're blocked. Of course, no one wants to talk to an alien like you. He said he's going to divorce you, so get ready to sign it right away.
I don't want to get divorced. My husband hasn't told me anything.
He's a sweet boy. He can say that he's sick of your ugly face. I'll have to find him a beautiful wife as soon as possible.
I wonder if that's really the reason. Anyway, I'm going home right after work. I'll have to talk to Kyle directly.
Does that mean you're coming to stay the night? If so, it's $300 a night.
It's my house. Why should I pay for it?
It's my house, not yours anymore. Come on, you got to learn that. Are you crazy?
I'm not.
Huh? So you just don't understand what I'm saying. I pity you. You have an ugly face and an attractive figure, and you're dumb. You're at the level where you regret having been born. I don't understand how you can live with yourself.
It's just too much.
I'm only telling the truth. You should go back to your parents' house. Oh, sorry. You grew up in an orphanage, didn't you?
Yes.
A child without a home has no place to go back to, huh? Well, if my child is ugly as an alien, of course I would abandon her.
Please, don't talk like that.
I don't care. Shut up. You're in big trouble. Now what are you going to do?
Are you enjoying it?
Of course. It couldn't be more hilarious.
I just can't agree until I hear it clearly from my husband.
3 hours break will be $100. $300 for an overnight stay. If that's okay with you, go ahead. Did you give up?
I understand. I will pay for it.
What a surprise! You come no matter what. If I'm going to leave the house, I want to leave after I understand. If I back out like this, I will definitely regret it. Compared to that, $300 is nothing. You're really annoying. I take back what I said earlier. I don't want to talk to you. So, don't ever come here. I only said that to get rid of you. Why do you take it seriously? Can't you even take a joke? Are you really from another planet? No way! Miley, please answer me! Stop calling me again and again! I was watching a funny YouTube video, but you ruined it. I tried to enter the building, but the manager stopped me. Of course he did. Thank God we have good security. It's a good thing I told the manager. What? What did you tell the manager? I told him that the woman who divorced my brother is stalking me, and that he shouldn't let her in the apartment. That's terrible. I mean, we're not divorced yet. The divorce is final. You still didn't understand? You're so dumb. What? I've always hated you. Did I do something to you? The opposite. You didn't take care of me, and you didn't respect me. You kicked me in the foot. That's not true. I was happy to be part of your family because I have been alone for so long. I care about you. You're a real talker, aren't you? Are you giving me some sort of sob story? You're an ugly bitch, you know? I don't mean to be. If there's something I'm not doing, I'll change. Do you remember? You didn't lend me any money when I asked you for it last month. I talked to my husband about it, and he said no, so I couldn't lend you the money. Why didn't you just lend me the money secretly? You were so obedient, and now you're miserable because you got dumped. I don't think so. Let's face it. Have you been able to contact Kyle? Not yet. He's supposed to be done with work, but he still hasn't read my messages. Have I made myself clear to you? Kyle left you. There's no place for you here. When you understand, go find a place to stay. I can't believe he's suddenly divorcing me. I won't believe you until I talk to him. You're so stubborn. I don't have a choice. I'll have him call you. Are you with him? Yes. Take his call. How's that? Are you convinced? He said he's really divorcing me, and that we'll never see each other again. But he said he didn't give you the condo. Sorry, it was funny. I couldn't listen to you from the middle of the conversation. You made me laugh so much. I'm so shocked. I can't believe he really wanted to break up. So it wasn't your vicious joke. I'm only telling the truth. If you understand, get out of here. I'm sad, but I'm leaving. Thank you for everything. I'll get my stuff later. I took all your stuff out to the trash today. Excuse me? I threw everything out. I made it easier for you to move out. You should be thankful. How could you? I only threw away worn-out clothes, so don't worry. I took the clothes that still had the tags on them. If you're going to be homeless, you're going to need all of your clothes. Then why don't you go took out from the garbage and take them with you? I don't know what to say anymore. Well, good then. I'll give you one last piece of advice. What is it? I heard that cardboard is good for sleeping because it keeps the wind out. Why don't you get some boxes from the grocery store? Cardboard? Thank you for your concern. I'm not worried about you. I'm just trying to make fun of you. Imagining you sleeping in a cardboard box is hilarious. Like an alien being shipped out. You've been acting so awful. Do you think people's misfortune is so funny? It's fun to watch you suffer. I can stop laughing tonight. I can watch this all day.
Oh my god. I have to find a place to sleep. So, if you'll excuse me.
A park or public bathroom would suit you better.
Well, I guess that's it. Goodbye.
Hannah, urgent! Answer me right away! I'm in a hurry. Don't ignore me, ugly.
It's been a while. How are you?
What are you talking so carefree about? I suddenly needed some money. You're at work right now, right?
Yes, I am.
I'm on my way. So, have $3,000 ready. I'm in trouble because I haven't been able to contact Kyle since he went on an overseas business trip a week ago.
That's not good. But we've cut off all ties, so I have no obligation to lend you money.
Come on! I'm in a hurry, so get ready now. Go wait for me in the lobby of the office. I won't forgive you if it's even a penny less than $3,000.
I can lend it to you even if you come to the office.
Then, I'll make a scene at the office. I'm going to loudly tell everyone that you're stalking Kyle.
Please, don't do that.
I won't stop. If you don't want to be embarrassed, go to the bank right now.
You seem to be in a tight spot. What's wrong? What are you going to do with the money?
I just need money for dental implants.
That's a lie, isn't it? Please be honest with me.
What? Are you trying to say I'm deceiving? You're hurting me.
If you don't tell me honestly, I'll hang up on you.
What's with the big talk?
My husband told me. I know everything.
What? You can just mock me like that? You guys are divorced. You call him husband and you still think you're married to him? That's so funny.
We're not divorced. My husband didn't want to bother me about you. He pretended to be cold and to pretend that he was leaving me. So it was you who was deceived.
What?
We have been living together in a new apartment since a week ago. We're still having lunch together and we're still on good terms.
What's that? Kyle is on an overseas business trip, so there's no way he's in the US. Are you so shocked that you've become delusional?
No. The day I was kicked out, after I hung up the phone, my husband called me right away. He said, "We have a place for you to live, so don't worry."
What?
I thought it was strange because he wanted a divorce, and when I asked him about it, he told me the truth.
What do you mean the truth?
I heard you got addicted to gambling and got into debt.
Well, that's...
And because you borrowed money from a loan shark, you even got calls at the office.
Yeah, that's right. And I got fired. Isn't terrible?
It's not terrible. You caused a lot of trouble. The $3,000 you're talking about now, you're going to use it to repay the debt, right? You're in such a hurry. Did a loan shark come to your house? Well, you got what you deserved, didn't you?
You're such a cold woman. I'm the victim.
Seriously? And I heard you told my husband that the house was foreclosed on for failing to pay property taxes.
You know that much?
But that's all lie. You never bought the house in the first place, and the house you live in was a rented house.
No, it wasn't. I own it. Don't insult me by saying it was a rented house. Where is that kind of proof?
We obtained the registry at the city office. The house you said you built belonged to someone else from the beginning.
That's a lie. A lie. How can you, a complete stranger, get the registry? You can't fool me with your technical term.
You can get it online now. It's a document that shows who the rightful owner is. You can easily get it if you request it. Just Google it and you'll see. It's not really a technical term.
Oh, it's true.
pretending to buy a house and cheat my husband. And then, with a fake document, you made him a guarantor. It's terrible. I worked as a real estate agent before I got married, so I knew it was fake right away.
Really? I didn't know.
I didn't have a chance to tell you. And I heard that you made my husband pay every time you were behind on rent for the past 5 years.
Well, you found out all about it. If you know what's going on, then lend me the money. Don't you feel sorry for me? A scary man comes to my house every day to collect on my debt. I live in fear every day.
I don't want to. I won't lend you the money. You deceived my husband, and that's fraud. Making false document without permission is also a crime.
There's no such thing as fraud or guilty in a family, is there? Just lend me the money. I'll win big today and get it back.
You got to be kidding me.
What? What's wrong all of a sudden?
I can't take it anymore. I'm at my limit. Do you know how much Kyle was struggling over this? He said he wanted to help you, but didn't want to bother me. He's been struggling alone for so long.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
You are the worst kind of sister to put your own brother through this. If I hadn't noticed, we would have ended up divorcing. You should really feel sorry for yourself.
Well, okay, then that's fine. I will sell the apartment and make money.
How are you going to sell my husband's thing? He just told you that if you don't have a place to go, you can live there, right? I told you that 2 weeks ago.
No, that's news to me. I thought I got it.
Kyle was kind enough to let you live there, and now you want to sell it off without even feeling indebted. You are so wrong. I'm surprised that you think you got it when you didn't even change your registry.
I thought you had changed it.
You have such a positive mind. You're just so crazy. Please learn that the condo belongs to my husband.
I'm not crazy. That's terrible.
Then you simply don't understand what I'm talking about. I pity you. The condo is under contract for sale with a real estate agent. So, you have 3 days to get out.
Isn't that too soon? There's no way I can move out in 3 days. I mean, I don't even have a place to live next.
You kick me out on the same day. If you don't have a place to go, why don't you stay on the street?
Are you trying to get back at me?
No, I'm not. If I don't do this, it will happen again, won't it? I don't want to cause my husband any more pain. He will cut ties with you too.
I don't like it when you say that. There's no way Kyle would abandon me. You're just saying that on your own, aren't you?
That's what my husband and I are saying. My husband says he won't forgive you this time either.
Seriously? Wait a minute. Just help me this one time.
I won't help you. If you think we can save you by crying, you're mistaken.
You know that, don't you? I'm in debt. If I live here, I'll be on the street.
I know, but that's not all. I'll also sue you for tricking my husband into paying the money, and for making him sign a fake document to act as a guarantor.
What does that mean?
You're going to be put in a cage. Debt collector won't be able to come to your house, and you'll be safe in a cage. Isn't that good?
Isn't that too much? I'll be sorry for what I did. So, maybe you should reconsider the lawsuit. I definitely don't want to get a criminal record.
I refuse. I will also charge you for the rent my husband paid on your behalf. Please work hard and pay it back.
What? I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm seriously sorry. Please don't do this.
Please stop gambling at the casino and work hard to pay us back. I've roughly calculated to be $70,000, so you don't have time to play around. I'm sure you'll be working hard day and night to pay back the money.
Wait a minute. Let's talk for a minute.
I have nothing more to say to you.
Please, give me one more chance, please.
Then I'll just give you some advice.
What?
I heard that cardboard is good for sleeping. It keeps the wind out. You can get it at the grocery store.
That's what I said. I'm sorry because I was wrong about everything. Forgive me. I'll get down on my knees and do whatever you want. Just give me one chance to talk to you.
I refuse. Well, I have to tell you something.
Have you reconsidered?
My husband says he loves my forehead. Well, that's it. I'm blocking you.
Don't block me. I'm sorry I was rude to you. What? You don't read my messages? Please. Please don't abandon me. Please save me. Please.
After that, Miley tried to stay in the condo. The real estate agent kicked her out, and she stayed on the street that day in a cardboard box. Through a lawyer, I filed a lawsuit for fraud and forgery of private documents, and Miley was sentenced to 5 years in jail. In addition to the $70,000 that my husband paid, she was also behind in repaying a debt she had incurred by gambling. Since she was behind on her payments, she had to work hard day and night after she got out. If she really can pay them back, I'm going to put her on a tuna fishing boat. My husband and I are expecting a baby. It's a dream come true. We look forward to the day he is born into a peaceful life, without the bother of Miley.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.